What's going on?
Ay, 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 adios míos. Shit is crazy out here.
This is America.
They said they was dancing outside the Diddy verdict.
I can't.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. I'm
But
sorry.
you know what it took me to? As soon as I saw that, I was like, Boondocks. Like, I instantly was like, we need a special Boondocks real quick series of the Diddy trials.
I don't even. I'm back to just smoking, just hoping that that time I said take that, take that, take that into that Ciroc bottle. That man's after me now. I'm on his list. They say
You're on his list. But
I've
I
said a lot of things. I'm sorry, Mr. Diddy.
listen. I just want Aaron Magruder. It's Magruder. Magruder. I want him to just do a special, just one episode, because that's all he did for the R. Kelly trial was one episode, and that is one of the most out of what, three seasons, I think.
It was very it was needed.
It was needed. So
That
I
and the
think,
Luther episode, the
yeah,
Luther when they
listen.
made the Luther
Oh
joint,
yeah, I
I needed
do.
that. As a fat nigga, I needed that. That
But he did. I mean, he just did a effortless job. Like I think if honestly, if he wanted to sum up life since Boondocks to now, he could do 10 1 hour long episodes. And I think everybody would be tuned in because I was watching it today and I literally started laughing like I've never seen it before. Did I freeze?
a little bit. That's Diddy. Diddy don't want you talking about him too long on this internet. Him, Elon done worked out a deal. I think they might cut Trump out. This nigga's over here wilding. I don't
Elon finna do another party. He said the America party, the American party.
look. First of all, they're saying that Trump may let Diddy rent the White House for motherfucking the next freak off because
I
he
mean,
renting it out for everything else. They say he want to rent it out for UFC fights. He wants a UFC fight. This nigga was watching White House Down.
and thought this was
He
it.
said, "You know what? We should do that, but instead of blowing shit up, we should just have cage
Just,
fighting right here
just
in
do it
the Oval
here.
Office."
Yeah. He finna have Jello fights in a minute. It's gonna be,
Man, look, you can't have you can't have Jello fights without Bill Cosby on. Look,
you know what?
perverts get half off.
Perverts get
Perverts get your tickets half off to the next
off.
UFC/slash Jello wrestling fight at the White House.
I cannot.
Ends
No.
in a freak off,
Mm-mm.
sponsored by Ciroc Orange.
Oh, no. No. I am not participating in that one.
Look, fuck it. The world is showing you that it's a piece of shit. Chuck E. Cheese is copying Dave and Buster's. They said we're gonna open a Chuck E. Cheese, but with alcohol and adults and adult games.
I mean,
That's
low
it.
key, it be drinks in there anyways. It's just they slip on it. Come on now.
I don't know. It's been a minute since I've been. Look, I haven't played a successful stepfather for quite some time, so it's been
Lord.
a while since. But the last time I was at Chuck E. Cheese, you are absolutely right. I had a pint of Hennessy in my pocket.
It's always somebody got something in there.
Me,
Everybody be too cool. Everybody be too cool. They be
me and Mama gotta have us a little something in our little Pepsi
and
cup.
just sitting there with their little bitty
Yo,
cup
stop throwing them balls.
and just sitting there.
Don't take them balls back to the ball pit.
Be like, hey, can I get just a cup of ice? That's all I want is a cup of
I
ice.
know you give
Like
me some Pepsi. I'm gonna drink half this Pepsi. You gonna fill them back up.
the Lord. I mean, I don't want to see. You know how much shit go down already on a sober Chuck E. Cheese? Like,
First of all, has there ever been a sober Chuck E. Cheese? I
I
don't
mean, to
ever.
the knowledge of like Chuck E. Cheese, Chuck E. ain't selling the drinks.
I don't think I've ever been to Chuck E. Cheese sober. Not even as a child. My mother used to give us Robitussin and
You
shit
know what?
before we go there so we could get tired fast. She want this to be real. I'm not spending a whole bunch of money here. We not here for long. Matter
You
of fact,
got 45
you about to
minutes.
be tired. You
That's
she said you about to be tired.
about to be. Just wait. Give it 5 4 3 2 and
This bitch done put some motherfucking Robitussin in the grape soda.
where you think Diddy got it from?
Look, first of all, I told y'all, I met a chick who used to drug her nigga just so that she didn't have to talk to him. She said
That,
that nigga wanted to talk when he came home from work, and he just, like to talk and get to know his lady. And the bitch didn't want him talking, so she used to put Xanax in his food. She thought she
I
killed him
mean,
one night because
if
she
if
put.
you had a long day, sometimes you don't want to eat. Like, you know what?
No, no, this bitch was home by herself all day. He was
What
the
if?
one at work all day.
And still, sometimes you just want a little more.
No, don't drug a nigga just because you. That's you'll try to tell me it ain't really a crime because I wasn't trying to touch him or nothing.
There's no crime. There's no
It's
crime
a
committed.
crime. You drug that bitch.
You just wanted him to have an extra sleep.
Fellas, if you don't learn nothing from me, here's your most valuable advice today. If she offer you something to eat, tell her to taste it first.
And then that's when you just say, you know what? I'm full though.
You fool? Oh, I'm going out to eat. I'll talk to you later, bitch.
Yeah, I'm good.
Welcome to the most valuable podcast.
I stand my business.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yo, they really, I can't believe these women is out here really drugging niggas. I seen one
Listen,
video with a
why are you
chick
shocked though?
was, I mean, cause it's just, I mean, I did see the one video online where the bitch put mad honey packs on a nigga glazed salmon, and
I don't want that.
she put honey packs all on the glazed salmon, and
Mm-mm,
motherfucker, this nigga came home. Good.
mm-mm, no.
But blood pressure, that nigga gonna go out like Kevin Samuels.
He's gonna go just don't know what's wrong.
Your heart just busts spontaneously.
Lord.
Man, there's so much madness going on in the world. They done cut healthcare, but they gave a tax break to tanning beds.
Well, you know who got the tanning beds?
We know who has the tanning.
Listen. Because I have a natural tanning bed. Mine, the sun, and I was born like this. It does.
Do they have a detanning bed? And can I get a tax break on that?
You know
I
what?
think I need to go back to my original hue. Because most people don't know this, but I was born light skinned.
Most of us are. I mean,
No, but I was born lighter than you are right now.
I was born lighter than this.
No, but I mean like for my complexion now,
To the yeah, my brother was
lighter
the
than
same
you.
way.
Like I picked.
Me,
I like to tell people jokingly. I picked up. I got a shade darker after each felony.
you know what? That could add. It's
But it
possible.
does. It's a nice complexion. But I just want a little less light because I feel like as a large man, the darker you are, the more threatening people tend to view you as. And I be worried about that
Mm,
a lot. Like people, I have to watch my volume in public and shit, and I don't really like that.
because I mean, I think black people, period. You just gotta watch where you are at. Because we ain't got no tanning booths. And
No,
I'm really shocked though. Like the White House is getting ready to really be a flea market. Like we get ready to
the nigga said Elon is off the rails. He's off the rails. I don't know what he's talking about. He about to give you up, Don.
it's,
But you the
it's
president, so you can. I still can I ask again? I'm gonna ask this every episode
yeah.
until someone can tell me. What about the felonies? What is happening with that? We got a Diddy verdict before we
We
got
got
what is the sentence for his 34 felonies.
um,
Is there, if a felon becomes president, did the crime ever really happen? That's like one of
never
them,
happened.
if a tree
If
fall in the woods type deal.
if you didn't take a picture, it didn't happen. You don't have the photos, it didn't happen.
This
I
is
just,
outrageous. I don't even understand.
but we not gonna understand it because
No, because I can't get a motherfucking job at Chipotle, but this nigga can run the country.
that is true.
They won't let me run the register at Taco motherfucking Bell.
But yeah,
But this nigga got $1 trillion budget and debt.
yeah. And then he got a perfume and a cologne called Victory.
I'm not
Is
even
Vic
mad
hold
though.
on, Victory 4547. That's what it's called. And it's $250 a bottle.
All I'm saying is sometimes I wonder why did I give up a life of crime? Because they seem to still be winning. I'm
It's
you ever give up while you're the champ? Like that's how I'm feeling right now. I gave up. I decided to have a crisis of conscience while I was a winner.
well,
I was moving like, yeah, so what? I had a couple felonies, but I never went to jail for real, for real.
not for
And
real,
you know
for real.
what?
You sound like what cat say? Never convicted.
No, I've been convicted, but I've never been detained for more than 7 months. I
Okay.
never really did a bid. Like I was just waiting on bail at that one time, you know what I mean? But it ended up being, but I've never been to prison. I
Okay,
never,
does it count? I've only been in a holding cell for 24 hours total.
no, that don't count at all.
Okay.
That don't count. You didn't even have to get strip searched.
I didn't. No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
no.
Okay.
See, you see how I know that as a criminal, I know where you were in processing.
Okay.
You never even got to the strip search.
No, I
You
didn't.
never had to squat and cough. They
No.
didn't make you take your wig off, take your braids out. They didn't make you strip down to your bare like that. I don't think Donald Trump had to do all that.
No. Trump just had that ugly ass mugshot. This
Yeah,
he got in front of the house in front of the Oval Office and just sit there.
I never had a beautiful mugshot. Every time I have a mugshot, it is horrible looking. That's how I know now when to go get my haircut. I'm like, oh, that's the nigga from the mugshot. Yeah, let's go get a haircut.
So I had a pretty one, and then they didn't keep it because they didn't make it a case. So it was because of protesting. And I had a cute one. I was like, and then I've never seen it. But the ugly, ugly, ugly one,
That's mandatory. That's mandatory. I don't believe I know a nigga till I see his mugshot. I'm like, oh yeah. Like that
let
made me understand what it was to be in a mugshot. Like I was locked up with this nigga one day, and I was like, for real, I didn't do what they had me for. I didn't do it. I just got caught up in the sweeps. So I'm sitting there talking to the nigga that I'm locked up in the cell with,
uh-huh.
and he was like, "Big dog, I hear you and all that, but right now, you look like you did it. Like you could see you right. I was in the corner scared until you like was cool. You look like if I see you coming down the street, I'm across."
Almost, yeah, yeah,
And I was like, damn, for real? He was like, yeah,
yeah.
big dog, I ain't even hold you, man. And I was like, that's when I started really taking like, okay, every time I be looking getting locked up, I be looking like a monster. So that's why now I try to
That's
keep it
sure.
clean and
Yeah.
try to keep it together a little something because I know I feel like I'm superstitious like that. I really got a lot of superstitions, low key.
Okay. Like
And
what?
that's one of them. I feel like if I
Oh, it
start
is that
looking
one. Okay.
ugly, I'm gonna go to jail. I feel like the world will punish me for looking ugly. Some of you niggas old time.
You know what? No, so I know a girl, she shot, so Sue, it was her friend and another girl fighting. And for some reason, the third party, the third girl that I'm talking about, decides to pull out a gun and let people know, like, don't jump in. And when she's waving it around, she shoots her friend. Her mugshot is like this. And I'm like, why would you take it smiling? Like,
Where did she hit her at?
I think she got her in her stomach.
Oh damn, you almost
Yeah,
took this bitch out. That's
it
a
was
damn
it
murder.
was like she got to the hospital in time, but she was like in a little bit of critical condition for a second.
That's attempt murder right there.
So
In the stomach?
in this and I'm like this girl's photo is right now it's the mugshot of basically a nigga who would do it again. Cause
Do it. Shot him before. Shot.
I'm
Shout out
just
my nigga Scoop. I saved his life by holding his ass once. Pause. He got shot in his ass, and I had to keep him still, put pressure on it because he got
you
shot with
had
a little ass 2.5 bullet. And if he would have got up and tried to move around how he was trying to, that bullet would have moved and it would have hit his artery.
you held his ass.
I had to hold his ass cheek. He here now because of me though. Like pause. No, no Diddy. No Diddy, but I could have let the man bleed out just by saying you shot too close to your ass, homie.
Paul.
Yeah, pause would have saved his life. So you
Pause.
got to know when to play pause. Pause is we have in the college. You did what, my nigga? Pause.
But
It ain't pause like yo, son.
now, what if he would have been bit by a snake on his ass and you got stuck the poison out?
Oh well, see the thing was we was outside of a motherfucking strip club.
Okay.
Definitely was some prostitutes in there. So I could have just tapped one of them and said, hey, you want to suck on some shit? See, but the way he got shot, I had to get into action fast. I was like, yo, hold that right there. I had
Okay.
to,
Okay. Okay.
but if he'd have got bit in the ass by a snake, like, hey, which one of you bitches suck ass? My
Suck
man needs
ass.
his life saved. My man needs his life saved.
You know what? Sucking
You ever
ass.
find out something uncomfortable about a nigga like that? Nigga was talking to me, and I thought I knew a nigga. I ain't talked to this nigga since. He was like, yeah, man. I be liking when my girl lick my ass, man, and I can't. She ain't done it in the last couple of days, and I'm just feeling all fucked up. And I looked at him like, bro, why would you tell me? What are you trying? Are you trying to ask me to lick your ass? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. I don't
He,
need to know that.
he was feeling lonely. He wanted,
I don't know why he brought that up to me. I'm because sometimes you be talking with your homie, you be
yeah,
shooting.
but I ain't never had that conversation with my homegirls. I'm
That
sorry.
never happens.
Never
I
happens.
never ever thought to say, yo, my nigga, I never thought to get my ass licked.
So, yeah, that's.
So when he brought that up to me, because I was, you know how you talking, like, you seem off, bro. What's happening? What's going on with you? Oh, I just ain't been feeling like myself, man. My girl ain't been licking my ass, and I'm whoa. You know
That's
what?
that's
I'll
just
let
not
you
a
have this one. I'm gonna roll another one.
yeah, that's just not a conversation starter or like
I'm, I'm gonna let you have this one.
you take
I'm gonna roll
this.
me another one. Okay,
Yeah.
this one's for me, and that one's for
It,
me.
it's you and mine is mine because it no
That's why I ain't
like
been smoking with niggas lately.
and see the thing the saddest part is during COVID niggas is still smoking with each other but as soon as a nigga say he lick ass or need his ass licked that's a problem that's fucked up. Y'all ain't really friends.
Opens a slippery slope. And I wasn't smoking with niggas as go. I haven't really been smoking with niggas for real. For like I'll pass it like if I'm cool with somebody, let you hit it once or twice, but I ain't
Mm.
like trying to cipher it all damn day. Like every blunt ain't a cipher blunt.
It's yeah no.
It's like I smoke because I smoke a lot of weed. First of all, I'm gonna roll a blunt that's fatter than anything you'll probably pull out. I'm sorry, that's just a habit. People be thinking I'm trying to stunt. It's like no, I just smoke a lot of. You've been in my presence. You know I smoke a lot of marijuana.
Mm.
I'm a I'm a I'm a cannabis enthusiast and
Mm.
activist. That's my full title.
And then for me, I am not a smoker, so I just don't like smoking because I always end up talking to myself and then don't nobody hear me and then I just feel like I'm crazy. So
That's because you around the wrong people. You see, true potheads live for the cipher. They live for the conversation.
mhm.
You see, it's more of a ritual for me. That's why I do like, although I like edibles and I like tinctures and I like all different various types of usage of cannabis, I roll a blunt, I sit down, have a J, a blunt, because it's about the cipher. It's about we sit down and cipher the peace pipe and like we have some cannabis, we have good conversation, we can introduce new thoughts to each other, we can express ideas, be creative, we can laugh, we can just vibe out, we can listen to some music like, yo, did you catch that right there? Like it's that's the like
I
and we
guess.
you see you ain't lived it. You ain't lived it for real. See, I lived it on so all the levels, like as far as cannabis goes. Like I've lived in every I want to say subculture.
Hmm.
Like I've been in the hood. I've been with white people. I've been
Right.
collegiate pothead. I've been the hippie pothead. I've been in mad different pothead circles. And the one thing we all got in common is that when we all get together and we really like smoking and vibing for real, it's just a
Mhm.
good ass conversation is gonna happen. Or something you might learn something new. You might get interested into a new idea or a new hobby or some shit. Like
I mean that
Hobbies revolve around weed.
that sounds. I guess I really want to know the process though of like how Tory Lanez came up with what is it, a self-help book?
I don't trust that.
But again, you talking about like ciphering, like how in prison, how did he just say, you know what?
First of all, you can't even trust that book. You can't trust a self-help book from prison from a nigga who just got stabbed. At. You couldn't help yourself, nigga.
You could not help yourself. You
You,
couldn't help
I
yourself stay
can't
out of
trust
there.
anything you gave me. I don't.
But all together though, he couldn't stay out. He couldn't even get the friend to confess in enough time so he wouldn't have to go to jail.
And they still not even saying if you getting out. They saying you're hinting at an early release, but
But they ain't said nothing. You see how quiet it went? Did he about to walk out before Tory?
Diddy will. You sure you ain't pissed off Diddy now that I'm thinking about it? Because that hit was real. What they
Mm.
alleged, they said this nigga was blowing up car. I'm pretty sure he can coordinate a prison hit.
I mean, I don't see it's not impossible. I think Diddy didn't came around and crossed a lot of folks. And
A lot of people gonna have to answer when that man. That's why they're so scared. Let's stop playing like that because everybody's saying like people gonna pay when he get out. Nah, that man gonna get low. I'm he gonna he
yeah,
gonna he. I'm not gonna lie. He probably has already lined up the next freak off. I'm not even going. That's not even a joke at this point because you've been locked up for this long, and if you was
first
freaking how they say you was freaking, you in there going crazy right now.
first he coming home and coloring that hair. He going to go all back.
No, I
He
say
going
he going
he
straight
going
Ron
back to black.
Isley.
He
Go
going
Ron Isley on him. Go
he
all gray.
going back to no that nigga. You know the freak off's gonna kick off and he go back to black. I promise you.
Go all gray and then get
Mm.
soul music.
No, he's going to go back to
Start
black.
the freak offs with older bitches because older bitches can't talk
No.
about it because they all first thing they say all the time is I'm grown as hell. I do what I want. Exactly. She did what she wants, sir, Your Honor. She
Mm,
did what she wanted.
I'm
Grown
telling
as
you, that
hell.
nigga is itching. His gray hairs is like, no,
Embrace your
he's ready
grays,
to
Diddy. I wish I had a few more now
go
that I'm
back
thinking
to
about it.
black.
Somebody said I look 60. I said, nah, not yet. I don't think so. I would love to start
You
lying to
don't give
people and
60.
saying I'm 60.
No, you don't give 60. You don't give
I feel like
60.
if I go all gray, I could go 60 though. I would just look like a you'd be like, you look young as hell for 60. And that's what I want. That's the effect I want.
I guess
I want to look young as hell for 60.
I'm going to look how I look. That's it.
I might try to go holla at Dos Equis and like rebrand myself as the most interesting man in the world.
You know what?
Just get the all gray. Stay fake.
I but see if I do gray, I would straight Corella DeVille. Like I would go half and half.
Half.
Yeah. Like if I'm doing it, I'm going ignorant.
I gotta drink
That's
up all
it. I
these.
might color my hair. I don't know. Huh?
I said I gotta drink up all these sodas.
Lord. No
'Cause
so bad.
it ain't bad though. It's those Ollipops.
Oh yeah, I like the Ollies.
The
They
Ollipops.
had the Barbie one that for a little bit like a fruit punch,
Boo.
whatever. Then they have it's the one that's like a Dr. Pepper. Those are really good.
The root beer
But
one is good too.
yeah, root beer is good. But
So all of them have been pretty decent.
yeah, they're a good flavor, but it's like for me, I just start putting different shit in like sparkling water because that's all it is. It's just like a natural
Prohibado.
sparkling. Yeah, it's
That's why I
good.
like it. I like to make sure my stomach is good because as I start losing weight and seeing my stomach, like I'm like, okay, we want them abs. I want to get like
Are
really
you
swole.
gonna? Okay, I was like, if you show your stuff,
If I show my stomach,
you just
why?
be wanting any excuse. You just be wanting any excuse to show your stomach, and how
Because
you
it
do
be
it. Just about.
seducing the neighborhood ladies. When I be out in the neighborhood mowing my lawn with my shirt off, they be looking, boy. They all be. I see they all want to come out and water their little petunias and shit. When I
Not the
be when I be mowing the lawn.
Not the petunias.
They
Not
do.
that.
They get out there. They get out there with the little, and they water in and overwatered the flowers. They be out there though. They know I'm a bachelor in the neighborhood. They're like, what is he? Is he a widower? They always ask him, am I a widower? I kind of can pull that off. I can kind of pull it off, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's a little dark. I don't know
It is a
how.
little dark. That's why I don't want to even do it. I didn't want to embrace it.
That's a
But I
lot.
do kind of got the circumstances for it, but I don't do it.
Okay.
I'm playing it legit. I'm just really just like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
I'm just here. I moved from Jersey. They don't know. They don't. I don't think any of my neighbors even know I'm a comedian.
Now I know mine don't. I don't think mine
I
do.
don't think they know I'm a comedian. I don't think. I think one day they're gonna turn. Actually, I know the day they're gonna turn on the TV and they're gonna be like, I know the
Mm.
exact day. It's July 25th. But we'll talk about that
Okay.
later.
I was wondering when the day was, but okay.
I
Okay.
was gonna talk about that later. But yeah, they're gonna turn on the TV and they're gonna go,
They're like, that's that nigga over there.
why didn't you tell us?
Look, they're gonna be like, we turned on TV and we'd see you in handcuffs, not on TV telling jokes.
That happened already. That definitely happened already.
Oh
I'm
shit.
trying to go for. I'm trying to go for where I got. Well, actually, I did. I got the newspaper and I got
Mhm.
television.
Okay.
I guess my face ain't been on a billboard yet, though. So
Billboard is in there. It's coming
I
up.
can do that though, because the billboard right here in Virginia, I could just put that on the highway next time I do a show and just say, "Boom, come to the Funny Bone."
See, I don't know. I've been in a newspaper before. I've been on television before. I've been on a reality TV show before.
Really?
Not,
Which one?
it's actually really funny. It's nothing
You gonna
crazy.
pop the balloon?
No, never popped the balloon, never flavor love,
Wasn't
no
on Love
tea,
Island? Let me
but
find out you on the next season of Love Island.
no, none of that. But it was honestly, it was weird because well, it wasn't weird. So I'm from St. Louis, so Kamora Lee Simmons came to St. Louis, and I was just like, this is when I fangirled out. I love Kamora Lee Simmons. Like back in the day, I mean, being from St. Louis, when you see people being like a little successful, you're like, okay, I fucks with you. So I'm like, oh my God. And I'm sitting there like they capture me saying that. And then all of a sudden, like people are like, were you on Kamora Simmons' reality show? And I was like, yeah. Like it was when she came to St. Louis and she went to Emos, went to the mall. And yeah, so I was in that.
Okay.
And then for the newspaper, I was in the newspaper at least three times for theater and one for it was all in college. And I had made it was a recycling campaign that we did, but I had made a dress and like a skirt and a functioning dress kind of sort of and a crown out of water bottles.
Okay.
Like it had to all be recycling. So I was like, all right, shit, I'm on the royal court of the school, so I made a dress and a crown. So that was in the newspaper. And then what else? I really, like I said, a movie, but I want to be like, if I'm gonna do a TV show, I want to be like in a sitcom, and that's it. So I don't have to be on a billboard, I don't think. And let the Michael B. Jordan billboard right now is killing me because I love it, but it's going towards Durham,
North.
huh?
They shout out Newark, New Jersey, Michael B. Jordan.
Listen, and his video that is becoming my favorite again is resurfacing wherever he went to school. And one of the girls interviewed him, and he was like, yeah, I'm the corny kid, right? And she was like, I never said that. And he was like, yeah, you did. And I was like, oh. Like, that's one of my favorite videos
Stand
because,
on business, Playboy. Stand on business.
listen, but it's
Mad
funny
at him.
because where I used to work at, that video was like everybody was like, "Oh, it went viral." I'm like, for all the wrong reasons. Like everybody was so intrigued, like, "Oh, we went viral." I'm like, not for anything good, yeah. So
Oh man, that nigga.
So yeah, in a movie, I want to be in a movie like in the next couple of years. I think I want to do that. I just, I know if it happens,
Trying to get me to spill the beans. No, I'm not going to.
what?
Tease, hint, hint.
I'm not. You're not?
Somebody on the screen might be.
Hmm.
Somebody on the screen will be.
Okay. But no, I mean, I when I do it, it's going to be something I know I really want to do. So it's gonna be,
Hell yeah.
yeah. And then,
Like,
oh,
that's fine.
remember the conversation we was having earlier about Jamie Foxx versus Martin?
Yes.
So the showrunner for Martin, helped create Jamie Foxx show, Bentley Evans.
Yeah.
So that's why the
It was the
comparison.
evolution.
Yeah.
Of course, because he was there on both projects and he
He
was
was
getting better at
there.
it.
He was there on both projects. He went from being straight behind the scenes to on screen. So he saw everything. And then how his character, who would pop in every now and then, little Almond Brown, when he would pop in,
You know,
that came off of just like some them, shooting the shits. Like and like to see that's why, because I was wondering though too when we was talking earlier, why those shows get so like they get compared to so much, and that's why the same mindset.
Same energy. They said Martin the got Gina mad, so we gotta get a new show. Jamie,
and
what you doing?
and they did it though, but like we said, like
For
it's
everybody, we talking about there's a post out comparing Martin and the Jamie Foxx show and just some of the comparisons as to the writing, the character development, the cast, and it was basically the end gist of it was Martin is the funnier show.
Mhm.
Jamie Foxx is the better show because of the plot development, the character development, the storylines, and everything else. So
But
funnier, Martin,
hmm
better, just whole as a whole
whole,
quality show,
yeah.
Jamie Foxx. So if y'all got opinions, please write in and let us
And
know
that's
what you
fine.
think about it. Hit these links. Don't don't be saying no weird shit like we ride or die about this. These are just conversation
It's just
butts, okay?
conversation.
Okay, because I just wanted to let you know because some of y'all will jump in there and be like, fuck you gonna say Martin is funnier than Jamie Foxx. And
But you
Jamie Foxx is
really, if people get out their feelings and understand the same man helped create both of these shows,
just art, y'all. We just
and
talking
he,
art.
but it shows development. So it's like, of course, one's gonna be better than the other.
Art creativity. That's it.
That's it.
Hmm. Oh man.
But speaking of movies, though, I know we're talking about movies a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta say it again because I watched it like three times now. Sinners on Max. That's the kind of movie like I want a movie that I'm gonna be like 100 years old and everybody gonna be like, that movie, that's fire. It's a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yes.
I think you're
But
a little jaded by Michael B. Jordan, but it's okay.
I mean,
Okay. It's okay. You know, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
he was in it twice. God damn.
The
If
real
you're gonna put
funny.
somebody in a movie twice, make it Michael B. Jordan.
Look, I'm only showing him love because he a Nork nigga. But he used to be a cornball, so say the bitch.
Listen, ain't no cornball now.
Yo,
But he's
you
been
know,
acting since he was a kid, so when did he ever have time to be a cornball?
oh, you could be a cornball as a kid.
Well, when you a kid, like, damn, kids are mean.
People are mean. Yeah,
People are evil. I feel like I was just having a conversation the other day with my sister, and we were talking about like, you ever know them programs where they put like the inner city kids together with the county kids, and sometimes we ain't supposed to mix together.
you see, we don't call them the county kids.
I
When
was a county kid.
you see, we don't say inner city and county kid. We say North versus everybody else.
Anyways, all I
You
know
from North
is
or you from all other spots? You from out there in the white area? We just used to call it the white area. That's what we didn't have no discrimination. No, well, it was discrimination, but it was subtle. It was like if you ain't in North, you in the white area. It's
anyhow.
it's the hood and the suburbs. That's all it was. It wasn't.
That's, I mean, that's what it was. But
We don't
you know,
call it the
them
county.
programs, county and city. And when you put them programs together and all the kids come together, a bunch of shit just happens.
We
And
don't.
I remember this girl looked at me and she was like, and I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, I don't like you. And I was like, why? And she looked at me with the meanest, coldest mug in the world. My, because I don't.
Okay.
But I'm like,
How did that
I'm
make you
like, we
feel?
kids though. Like, you ain't got no reason to not like me.
I'll be like, okay, so I was good for using a Bible quote back in there, but they didn't like Jesus. They talked about him while he was on the cross, dying for their sins. So I don't,
And that's what my grandma used to tell me.
you got to do something to me. I'm a touch me type nigga. No diddy. I'm a you. Long as you keep your hands to yourself,
Hmm.
say what you want. Like the last time I really fought over words, it was like right after my father died, and niggas used to be able to trigger me by saying your father. You know,
Hmm.
anything your father. Like it was a soft spot. So I was just like, ah. But then I got that under control, and it was like, you can't really make me want to fight you. I know how to make you want to fight me,
Hmm.
but I'm only gonna move if you try to do something to me or put your hands on me in any way.
Very true. I mean, but I never understood why kids are just so mean at each other. Like, we really all had problems, and then can nobody just be like, I'm just mad today. Like,
We were all
hmm.
immature. What I'm learning from my therapist is that we were just all immature and we were working through our own personal traumas. And we didn't all have the resources and the tools and what we know now to get through them. You see, and it just
In
is what it is.
college. In college, they definitely, me and my homegirl had this conversation when she was here. They definitely should have pulled us to the side because we was low key like alcoholics in college.
Oh, I went to alcoholic. I had to go to counseling for alcoholism. No, but technically,
Hmm.
and this is just technically, most people are alcoholics by definition. If you can handle more than 4 drinks, 5 drinks in an hour, you're an alcoholic. If you have ever, like, real talk is like if you, it'd be the simplest thing that is technically described as alcoholism.
Hmm.
And it's like I've been to the count. That's how I started my first count. I felt like Tony Soprano when I first did it, because I was on campus and they was like, "Yo," they found me. I used to go to the liquor store for everybody. I looked older all the time. Like I've always looked older. So even as
Right.
a freshman in college, I looked like I was like 25, 26. Never got carded at any spot ever.
I gotta see these pictures because
I will find. I will go through this. I'm gonna go. No, because I told myself I'm gonna go through this storage unit. So I'm gonna go
Mhm.
through the storage unit. I'm gonna find the photo albums. You're gonna be like, "Yo, this nigga really was like an old looking nigga." Like I was in eighth
Not
grade with a
old
full
looking
beard. It
nigga.
wasn't this long. It didn't have this length, but
I
it
would hope
definitely.
not.
No, it was full, but it definitely didn't. And my godfather, God rest his soul, the man I'm named after,
Mm.
he used to make me shave all the time because he said, "Hey, you're not grown. You're not a man, so you can't wear a beard. You can't wear a
Yeah.
beard. You're not a man. Why are you trying to make people think you're a man?" I used to hate when I have to see him
Mhm.
because he would always make me shave. Even if I showed up with a little stubble, he'd be like, "Go shave."
Just shaving her. I mean, this his theory is correct. You're not a man yet, so
But that's what I be saying to the ladies and these little girls that be putting wigs on and nails and eyelashes and makeup and getting their toes there. No, stay in a little girl's place.
hmm
Don't. You can't get that done. I understand getting your hair done to a point, but
Yeah.
age appropriate hairstyles.
Age appropriate. If anything, I remember this girl. We actually, it was probably, see, back to kids having issues. We probably should have been like this girl, but we was like in high school and her mom still had her wearing balls in her head.
Yeah,
And we was like,
I respect the game. Make that bitch say you should not be able to wear things that make you look attractive to men until you are of a consent age where you can legally say, I want to have sex.
but then it goes to the point of it shouldn't matter what I have on and what I do.
No, it does because you're enticing, like you're
It
presenting
does not.
yourself.
A woman. My great grandma used to say a woman could be in a paper bag, in a potato sack to be exact,
Yeah.
and it's gonna entice men.
Okay.
So
And
it
in a potato sack, you can say, I don't know why that nigga talked to me. I was in a potato sack. But
that you
when you
cannot.
dressed all up crazy and you say, I don't know why he thought I was older.
It does not matter.
Look at you. I thought she was.
It does not matter. That is crazy. You sound crazy
No,
because
I'm not saying that like there's any excuse for it. Like I'm at the point where I gotta see your identification.
yeah, your birth
I take a
certificate,
picture of you with your
identification,
ID, like, okay, this is what I got today. I met her.
and birth
Legally
certificate
protected.
too, and birth certificate too.
First, I need all that shit. I need to know that you are legal. I used to make sure I met women at the bar. When I turned 21, I said, so meet me at Mrs. G's up the hill, yo. We gonna be there tonight. Da, da, da. And I make sure I got there late so that she was inside already when I got there. So that means she got past the doorman.
That's a whole game plan.
Yeah, you got to. First of all, that was around the time when R. Kelly was peeing in little bitches' mouths. Okay.
I just got done watching that episode of
R.
Boondocks.
R. Kelly was making the spot hot. R. Kelly had a whole video out where he ate booty. That was the first time I ever heard of eating booty. In the R. Kelly video. I heard of eating pussy, but you eat booty too? Oh,
And golden showers. What he say
you
on
pee on
Boo?
it? Okay, this is crazy.
Say Boondocks. He say I like gold and I like showers.
Nigga, I said, well, let me meet this bitch at the bar because R. Kelly made the spot hot. we
So
can't
it
we
would
can't just be at the just chilling at the park and meet somebody or be walking
no.
down through downtown
Oh,
and
and
somebody else
Kelly
shopping.
loved meeting them girls at the park. So
No, but see, at where we used to live, Branchbrook Park, you could meet them at the skating ring. Chick could be
stuff
18,
like that. Yeah.
19. You could deal with them 21 and she 18, 19. It's a little leeway.
Yeah.
It's a little leeway depending on if she got good grades. I say if she in college with good grades, it's a go. It's a go.
Not with good grades. Not so many stipulations.
Yeah,
Wait a
no,
minute.
because she's smart. She's smart. She know what she want to do.
But you
If
know what?
she's
I'm with that.
19 in college with good grades, 3.7 or better, it's a go. I'm gonna say that for hood niggas.
So what about the dude?
The dude, 21. That's the whole you can be. If you over 21, nah, you gotta go holler at some bitches your age, my nigga. You need to be at the club,
Okay.
25 and up. Me, I never really hollered at young girls.
Mhm.
I'm more of a, even when I was like 24, 25, I was hollering at bitches that was 31, 32. I
Mhm.
didn't
I've
like.
always stayed in my age range. I've never gone too much older. I used to have like a cutoff was like my brother's age. And
Mhm.
then I realized like niggas slow, young or old, so it don't really matter. Um,
No, niggas is slow because niggas is slow. They shouldn't. They first of all, I don't even like to talk about niggas like this, but
but you love talking about females.
no, I love
Making it.
talking about niggas like this too. I love talking about
Hmm.
females and things. I love talking about everybody who's wrong because a lot of times I be right, and you see there's something wrong about that. Shout out to my ex who told me that. She said I'm always right, and there's something wrong about that. I even got into it this week with a woman. Shout out to my mentor Coco Brown. We was on Instagram Live. We was talking, having fun and whatnot, and just conversing. And we was talking about a topic, and I said I expect all women to be bullshit, and I'm hoping that they prove me wrong. When I entered dealing with a relationship, I'm hoping she proved me wrong. And for the most part, Coco was agreeing with me, but someone just, I don't know what they heard on the
I
line.
mean,
I just got called all types of big back activities. That's why I want to show off my abs again, so I can show y'all. It ain't so much big backery. It's, I'm losing it. Now I did wild out. It was the holiday weekend, and motherfuckers put ribs on the grill, so I had to have a few.
so you had to have a few. I got you. Okay. Okay.
I had to have a few. Not like a few, like, but like what do you call three bones? Is that too many?
That's a few. That's like, yeah, that's
Is
good.
that
That's a
decent? Is that overdoing
yeah.
it? I don't think that's overdoing it. Three
That's not
bones
over.
is good.
3 pounds is good. Three, four. That's yeah.
See, I ain't even get to the fourth one. I got the three, and I was like, you know what? Don't do too much.
Don't do too much. Yeah. I mean, you know your limits, but I feel like to your point, honestly, everybody goes into any relationship basically thinking bullshit. And I mean, that's because we're all carrying on whatever from the last person and we bring it into the next. And then you get this whole, well, don't bring it up from the last to the next. Well, if that's what everybody's bringing in, that's what's happening. So it's like you going in trying to kind of like, you know, test the waters to see if a woman is on bullshit or whatnot. But it's like, again, you bring it in from whatever from before,
But that's
bring it
the
into
thing,
the
though.
new.
I'm not testing. I promise.
Yes, you are. But once you
No,
say
I say
that's
I'm
a test.
expecting. I'm saying I'm expecting,
Oh my
and
God,
this
here we
is this
go.
is why I got convoluted in that conversation. So, right, it's saying that I'm expecting a level of complication to the situation. I'm expecting that everyone has their traumas and their previous mindsets and notions. I'm expecting that. I'm hoping that this situation proves me wrong, though. I want to find out that this person's willing to work with me. I want to know that this person has an open mindset, and I'm
Mhm.
hoping that they prove me wrong. I'm going
But
to enter this
again,
knowing that it's a slim chance of success, but that slim chance of success is enough for me to put forth the effort.
but again, that is still bringing baggage or whatever you've received from the last into the next. That what you're doing is what men hate for women to do. And men hate for women to sit there and be like, well, my last one was like this, and then I just think you're gonna be this. So as soon as we do it, it's a problem. But when you do it, it's cool. I got you.
No, it ain't that we do it as you do it as a problem and we
Yes,
do
it
it as
is.
cool. Is that
Yeah.
y'all been doing it and maybe it's working for y'all, so we want to try some of that too.
But as soon as we do it, it's I ain't like the last though. I ain't like the last.
Okay, and show me. We got to jump through hoops to show you. We not that nigga. We not that nigga. I'm not this nigga. I'm a
But
little
don't you
different than
see that's the thing is now we're trauma bonding. Now it's a
no, I'm not trauma bonding at all. I'm displaying healthy habits and showing you that I'm willing to talk, I'm willing to work, and I also do know when to cut my losses. So I'm not gonna beat you over the head and say, yo, I'm forever, baby. I'm not gonna say all that if like you're not showing me that that's the possibility. Like we good, and I'm looking for this next step to be like, all right, I'm just waiting for when the time is right, waiting for when everything is looking proper to say next step. But I'm hoping you prove, like I said, I'm hoping you prove me wrong. I'm hoping that if we come to a misunderstanding, we can say, hey, babe, can I talk to you real quick? Like, how I do this is when I do blase woo, this, that, ABC. And then when you
Mhm.
be doing like this, it makes me feel like I can't do ABC. And if we could just like maybe sort it out, work out something where it's like when I start to move like this, you move like this, and then we in unison and move in the right way, it'll be perfect. And you come back and you say, "Oh, yo, I understand that, but niggas been so flaky, so I was nervous and I ain't know nothing. I can't trust how niggas move. Niggas is crazy." I'm like, yo, I get that. Niggas do be
Mhm.
crazy. And then we can just talk and move back and forth and just. But I rarely get that. I rarely ever get that. So that's why I say I'm waiting for somebody to prove me wrong.
But
Prove me wrong.
I think your statement that you always love to say about you're always right and that's what's wrong. I think you're always right to your um for you, and you don't want to see yourself wrong. So you don't consider yourself ever being wrong.
Oh no. I be wrong a few times. I've been wrong. But see, the problem is if I be wrong on little shit, I be wrong. I'll be like, the date was May 17th. And you be like, no, it was actually May 18th. I'll be like, oh, okay. You right. It was a
Oh,
Saturday. You're right.
little shit. Okay.
That's how I see it. But then it be like, because my shit don't even be right. Like, I've had the wildest people jump. I've had people jump in and be like, yo, actually Vino's right. And I'll be like, I didn't expect you to co-sign with what I was saying.
Okay. I mean,
It's
like I said,
okay.
I don't try to count myself as wrong or right. I know I have my opinions. And then if people agree with them, they agree with them. If they don't, they don't. Um,
I've been really wrong on these lottery numbers.
of course you have, and I need you to figure that out. If
I've
you're
been
gonna
really
be right about what matters.
Let me ask you a question, right?
It's $5 a ticket.
Let me ask you a question. This is a real
Mhm.
question because this is some like magical. I be think this is how I be thinking when I get high.
So,
These are the high thoughts I have. And y'all in home too. Y'all can answer this, please, too.
mm,
So, right, if you could win the Mega Millions for like, let's give it a good number, $200 million.
okay. I was thinking 250, but okay, yeah.
Nah, let's not even say that. Let's say $100 million. hundred
Okay.
million dollars. Or you could win like a pick four
Hmm.
every day for the rest of your life.
What's
Which
the
would you
price of the pick four though?
pick fours are always at least four digits, at least 1,000 a day.
But
Like
I'm
12
every day.
every day. The Mega Millions, you only get it once.
I think I would be happy with the pick four every day. I mean,
That too. But
that's yeah.
I told my therapist about that, right?
Mhm.
And she took a second to get back to me. But what she said was, because I chose to pick four too.
Yeah.
And she said, you know what? That's very optimistic because that means you feel like you'll live a long time to make more than $100 million.
Yeah.
That's an optimistic outlook.
Like, I mean, with that, I mean, that honestly, so that probably wasn't my first thought. After I thought, the first thought was, I will be surprised every day. Like,
This is a happy moment every day. Every day I got bing, $1,000.
and then I'll be like, oh, I could live long enough to make that work.
Man, look, for real,
Yeah.
I'm good with money. I can make $1,000 work for 6 months.
But I mean, but if people don't understand, like 100 million, like that's cool. But it's like, I think
That'll be
what,
going fast.
yeah, it'll be going fast. And then would you ever really be happy? Like people always be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a mansion. I'm gonna get." First of all, let's be
Taxes
honest with
will kill you.
ourselves.
The
Yeah,
taxes alone, you'll be blinded out by the game.
and you won't have nothing. So $1,000 a day, I'll take that. Like,
Thousand
cause
dollars a day keep you modest. You won't
yeah,
shop
and
too
it
much, but you'll get a little something.
you'll get a little something. You're like, you know what? All the bills paid. All right, let's go ahead and do X, Y, and Z. Like now you can think, you can, breathe a little bit. But I feel like if we take ourselves into like that $100 million like that, like you said, taxes will clear you all the way fucking out for
Also,
real.
because you're gonna want to buy some big ridiculous house. A house that costs $10 million mean that you probably gonna pay like 20,000, at least 40,000 in taxes
40.
a year.
Yeah. And then it's like, do you really want that big ass house? Because who gonna clean it? That's always my first
Maintenance. Look. My trap house got a pool. Maintenance on a pool each month is ridiculous. Okay,
maintenance, period. Yes.
maintenance on a pool is ridiculous.
So you talking about, and
Okay,
then, people want to do a pool.
it
They
is
want
not for the
indoor,
weak.
outdoor.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. It's not for the weak.
Lord.
You be sitting there like, it need chemicals again. Damn. You be
Mm.
mad when it rains. You be like, God damn, I put some more chemicals in this bit.
And again,
Gotta shock
so
that bitch again.
so it's like, yeah, when you think about that stuff, like you said, $1,000 a day would humble you. It would keep you modest. It would make you feel like, you know what, I can get things, but I don't need to get the things that I think I want.
It wouldn't even humble me. It would just
It
make me
would-
understand. Okay, we can stun on them, but not too much. Or
Not
it'd be
too
like
much.
it'll just be like $100 million. Niggas be acting like you got ball every day. A
Yeah,
thousand dollars, it'd be some humble days. It'd just be like,
yeah.
I don't feel like doing nothing today. I'm gonna just chill, kick it in the house,
And
and then you
that
just pocketed that money. That's the money that's put away.
yeah. Now it's turned into the rainy day funds. When we need it, it'll be there. Like I said, like
I would still be a comedian. I mean,
yeah.
$100 million, I'd still be a comedian, but a
But a
thousand dollars a
thousand
day,
dollars,
oh man, y'all would get nonstop content. I would be
it'll be
like,
shows.
it'd be
It'll
3 days
be.
a week. We be on the road. I'd fund the fucking tour because I'd be
I
like, yo,
definitely
come out.
produce shows.
I don't even want to produce shows. I'm
I
producing
would.
my shit.
Yeah,
I'm
but I would
producing
produce.
the people
I
I
would
trust
produce
and
other
believe
shows.
in who show me that this is the way.
Yeah,
You know,
but
I put
honestly,
on. Because I be putting niggas on.
because because I could afford to like bring in more people, I would produce shows. I think that's something I would do on top of being able to travel, being able to, tour, do stuff like that. But I'm like, I still would want to do, I would want to have my hands in a little bit more if I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like now like you said, I can fund things that I want now. So,
I
but yeah.
definitely want to fund some trips to the is it a Republic of Greece or is it a sovereign city state? What is it?
Of Greece?
I'm going to Greece. I got a friend
Greece,
out
yeah.
there right now, and they making it look like a rock star situation.
Yeah, I had my little sister's cousin just came back from Greece. How old? I forgot how
I
old
gotta
Gabby.
hit them black sands of Santorini. It's calling my name. It's calling me. I gotta
But
touch those waters. I've touched a lot of waters, but I need to touch those waters.
those waters.
Those waters is I ain't never seen black sand up close. I seen it in the pictures. You know
See,
what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
I've never, I don't know. I mean, I guess I never had like the adventure to want to like travel more, but I guess because I don't know, but I would want to. I mean, I got my passport, so you would think I would want to travel more, but I don't know. I really want to go to Tokyo. That's I don't keep freezing. I don't know why I keep freezing, but I would really want to go to Tokyo if I gotta go
I want
somewhere.
to go to Tokyo to really see if I can get people are really buying panties out of vending machines.
What?
Yeah, I heard that's what they do in Japan, Tokyo shit. You can buy women's used panties in a vending machine. Like
Mm-mm.
niggas like to take them in, and I get it. I get it. Like as a former seat sniffer, former,
What in the Squid Games? That's some nasty.
you look, first of all, a woman is kind of like a pineapple. You pull her hair and smell her butt. That's what you got to do. That's what you do with a pineapple. You
That
pull her hair, smell on the bottom.
that's all I was doing out there with the watermelon lady. People was like, "Hold on, the pineapples." I was like, and the whole time I'm up here, and I'm like, "Oh, you can smell it. You can smell
Yeah,
it."
you can smell it. Pull her hair, and smell her ass. And that's
Oh,
what that's what I used to be a seed sniffer. That's what it was. It is what it is. I was a young man back in the day. I don't do it currently anymore.
you sure?
I'm positive. Look, I don't even be dealing with these women folk. So
Ladies, watch your seats.
no, back in the day, like if I was chilling with a young lady and I thought it was a possibility of, maybe it might get intimate, might get a little physical. Like, you know how y'all ladies like to dip off and be like, oh, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And it's looking like it might could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I get up and sniff her. See, I'll be like, oh, what that shit? Because you want to put it in your head what that was, but like you want to get a pre-whiff of what that might smell like when it come out the bathroom.
That's nasty.
That's not nasty. You don't smell
That's
your plate before you eat it? You don't
I
smell
don't
your
I
plate
don't
before you
run up
eat it?
like I'm not gonna like
But you don't get your nose close to it and get a little.
I can smell it without having to get that close to it though.
Look, but sometimes you gotta get right up on it and get all of it. It's
Well, I
it's
mean,
umami. It's called umami. I keep telling people I'm part bloodhound.
ain't nobody like you, so you just sniffing seeds.
That was back in the day. That was a young nigga.
I don't, I don't, I don't believe you.
That was a young
Feel
nigga.
like
That don't do that no more. That was now I just be like, let me smell your panties real quick. Let me see that.
that. So now you got women just going ahead and giving their panties up and letting you touch.
Yes, why not? We there already. Look, if I was bold enough to ask you for your panties to sniff on it, I mean, there's a level of comfortability there. You telling me you would, if your nigga asked you, you wouldn't be like, here, baby, just take these panties with you.
No, give my drawers back.
Here's
Give
$20. Here's $20. Go buy a new pair.
my draw. No,
It's $20. Go buy a new pair from Walmart.
first of all, Savage by Fenty.
Okay, look, I keep getting ads in my thing that say they got a sale going on.
They always got a sale going. I love Savage by Fenty.
Yeah, look, that's simple.
If you
Savage
go,
by Fenty. Can we
I
get a
wonder,
can we get a plug Savage 550? I will put on the draws and be in there. I've already look, the Victoria Said It boxes went up in sales 25% when I showed them what I was working with.
you know what?
I jumped in the ocean, twirled around my head like a helicopter. I've been all on this show in my draws. And VictoriaSaidIt.com has been booming.
It has. We gotta keep it going.
So
Keep it going.
Savage by Fenty, if you want to throw I'm willing to go topless.
I'm willing to go topless. It's crazy. You know what? I'm just, I'm not judging you.
I'm
I
willing.
am.
First of all, damn
I
it,
am.
P. Diddy gonna get me because of all these jokes. So I might as well just give into it right now.
If you, cause you a sea sniffer, and that's what he gonna come back
He
with.
is. I'm with him. Look, let's sniff this seat and motherfucking. First of all, Mr. Diddy, I'm like Mano. You seen Mano on? He said, look, first of all, I thought I was a freak until I heard what Diddy was into. Okay.
I think a lot of niggas thought they was freaks
I
until
thought I
they
was a
heard it.
freak too. I thought the toes and the seat sniffing. This is entry level shit. Okay. So you look.
Diddy sitting there.
Yeah, I'm never gonna be in a corner of a room just. You never gonna get random squirts of baby oil from this. It's never, maybe, because now this feels kind of comfortable. This feels real natural for me. I might be doing this from now on.
I'm going to need you to
I might be doing this from now on. Hey ladies, if I come in the bedroom like this, just know the money's on the dresser. But you got yourself here. I didn't bring you across these state lines, okay? You got to get yourself there now from now on.
What?
That's
And this
about to
is
fuck
gonna
up a
be.
lot of bitches' money in Dubai.
I gotta take an Uber. Fuck.
I gotta take an Uber to Dubai to get this money, bitch.
Hey, that
Yo,
the diddler
you know
do.
what? I think I just found my next fantasy.
Okay. What is that?
Ale didlach. Ale didlach. The
Let-
didlach. Didlach. Didlach.
No,
Didlach in the jihad.
I'm not even, you know what? We not here. I'm not here.
The didless jihad.
This is when I just disappeared. Just
Oh man, they said this nigga was in the cut with the.
he behind the curtains and just but
So,
you
time
gotta
to
have
tell you
a
take your socks off, girl.
listen,
Remember,
you gotta have a
could be sitting here
lot
with a
of
hijab on, okay?
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's but you gotta have a lot of money to just like your sex just your requests go up and further
I
and I
already
just
knew I was on a slippery slope. The moment I started knowing that I really like toes out, I just said, you know what? I got a problem. I got a
I
problem, and it's
mean
not
it's
gonna
a
get no better.
fetish.
It's not gonna get no
It's,
better.
but
No, it
it's
ain't.
it's
It's
a
beyond
lot
a
of
fetish. A fetish is something you like to do. This is
mm,
something you gotta do. I'm dead ass here. I'm not even gonna come if your socks is on. I'll be sitting there fighting with bitches to take their socks off. Bitch, get the sock off. You want me to nut or nah? We gonna be here all night playing with this shit. Now wiggle them a little bit.
you got a problem. Your seat sniffing toe
Toe
freak.
wiggling, yeah. See sniffing, toe wiggling, weed smoking animal.
That I cannot. I cannot.
Victoria, where you about to be at?
It just really depends. I'm always gonna be a haymaker every other Wednesday. Open mic. July. What's in July? There's a lot of things happening. I don't know. You really just
They
VictoriaSaidItSTL.com.
gonna see it at the end. You know, I always
And
fuck a lot
yeah,
of stuff
and
up. Just your
I
save dates.
I've only forgotten because I'm just Diddy. It's just it's a lot.
Hey, look. Shout out to Kevin Hart. He turned 46. And
Yes.
50 turned 50.
50 turned 50. You know who's a creepy person in real life? And
Ooh.
I could believe it. 50. That man's I felt like a gazelle in a in a in the view of a lion. And this was back when I used to work in radio in St. Louis, and he was doing an interview, and he said he was like, I'm like a lion in the jungle. And I was like, but the way he said it, he looks at me, and everybody in the studio was like, and I'm sitting there like, but if I would have given the fact that I keep freezing it, that's what that froze on. But if I would have given him any type of energy, my ass would have been probably the next look Cassie. but
Nah,
yeah,
I don't think 50 on the Cassie energy. I think 50 on the
he's blocked me, so he can.
damn, he blocked you.
Yes,
He stay blocking you.
I didn't do
But
anything, but no.
speaking of 50's exes, Sierra, Russell
Yes,
Wilson celebrated 10 years.
10 years with
Shout
all
out
their
to them.
kids,
I
with all their
remember,
kids.
I didn't think it was gonna last, Russell. I thought she was a man eater, and I thought she was gonna eat you up. But you stayed in there, player.
But you stayed in there.
You make me want to be a good man. I want to be a Russell Wilson to a Sierra.
Listen, past Bow Wow, past Future, past 50, and Russell is still in the game. So
Sometimes you got to pull out your wallet and say, you know what this is?
it's a black card.
No, that's not what he said. He said this is stability.
No, it's a black
This is
card.
stability. This is dead ass serious. That's what he said. He pulled out his wallet and said, you know what this is? This is stability.
And
Bitch, get your life together. Stop playing.
if you're gonna do it right.
Stability. Okay?
But she also, I mean, I don't think I don't know. I think she
She knew this was her last chance. Cause like real talk, and I love Ciara. I always said, see, and this is what I said. I said, Ciara, you got one more rapper and it's over. Like you was burnt, you lost. And I think she knew that. I think
but ain't
she
nobody
knew that
said
she
shit
had
about Lori
one more
Harvey.
fuck nigga before she just became fuck nigga. I don't want to say bait, but like fuck nigga food. Like you a fuck nigga girl.
That's worse than you might as well have said babe.
No, because bait mean you enticing them in. You food at this point. Like you just what fuck niggas
And
feast
nobody
on.
says anything about Lori Harvey. But okay.
No, we do say that about Lori Harvey. She's burnt, but she didn't have a music career like that. Like Ciara, you put yourself in a place to be above bitches. Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then you sitting there fucking it off with fuck niggas. But
Anyways, okay. So where are you finna be at? What you got
um,
going?
I got the quality of comedy with my brother
Mhm.
Will Wright. We doing that July 16th, Hampton, Virginia, at Club Noir in Hampton. That's clean comedy done right with the brother Quincy Carr. And then we gonna do the Fat Nigga Friday brunch with my brother Benny Blanco Perry, Will Wright, myself hosting, a few guests dropping. I got a lot of people saying they gonna pull up on that. Like it's crazy because the internet be having you buzzing, and they will come out and they will travel to places, especially in the summertime in Virginia. They'd be like, let's go to the beach and just
It's a good time.
a good time.
Yeah.
DC, I'll be there July 25th through the 27th. Michael Collier, DC Improv. That's a go. We got the Playhouse in Jacksonville. They got your boy headlining 2 shows, 2 nights. Friday, August 1st, Saturday, August 2nd. My feature is right here next to me. Right here next to me. The lovely Victoria McGraw. And
Whatever way.
it's a lot going on, man. I got a date out in September in Hamlet, New Jersey.
Hamlet, not Hamlet.
Not Hamlet, Hamlet. Hopefully it'll be spelled right by the time I get there. Y'all got it on the GPS. I got some things going on, man. I got a lupus benefit show coming up, man. Very, very excited about that because I'm stepping into that benefit realm.
What is it, in October?
You know what? I'm not gonna even lie to you. I know that I'll probably wear a purple sweater or a pink sweater.
Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna do something.
Well, I'm just saying because October 3rd is my birthday, and did he get sentenced on my birthday? So yeah.
You get sentenced on your birthday. That's crazy. They're gonna have to bail.
Yeah.
But other than that, check me on ComedicTherapy.xyz. Big Vino comedy on everything. I think that's all we got.
Yep.
That's been the most valuable podcast.
I'm Victoria Said.
I'm Big Vino, and thank y'all for tuning in. Smoke weed when you wake up. It gives your day high hopes. Most days. Take that.
I stand on business.